more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And 2 yards.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs.
First down, Dolphins.
2 and now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
3 yards to gain there, second down.
Dolphins 19-yard line.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's third down.
For Tyler Lockett, incomplete.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down.
Byron Jones on the coverage.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away. Though certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on fourth.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
It's a gain of 5.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
24-yard line.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and make it?
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, Thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. On the delay, here's Carson. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
On the carry.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold.
4th down and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise, but how about the coverage there, able to bat it down?
And the throw here caught by Devontae Parker. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Complete.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
The yard at the 30-yard line.
Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
The ball carrier.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Dolphin first down.
Here's Tua. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Incomplete.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Tua hit, and the ball is out.
Tagovailoa sack.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Chris Carson trotting back out there. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen, they see the blocks happen, they feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
And sacked.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow. Talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jordan Brooks with it. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep, and boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Tua. Finding Harris over the middle. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he completes it to Cohen. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Gesicki. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the Seahawks.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Catch is made by Harry. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Miami.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Tua to throw again. Tua hit, and the ball is out.
Derek Barnett. Tua Tagovailoa.
2nd time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
3rd down.
Tua going to throw. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
A 44-yard attempt.
The kick by Joseph is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
This is caught at the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that,
pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Lorenzo Carter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Looking to pass. Tua hit, and the ball is out. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Now a pass hauled in downfield. Allen Robinson, kiss him goodbye. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Allen Robinson, his first touchdown on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these. To a hit, and the ball is out. But I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Lorenzo Carter, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Plays and out. It's 4th.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now it's Lockett. Nice footwork at the 25. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold it a second. Let me.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards. He'll take a shot for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 31 yards. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A gain of 5. And the Dolphin 1st down.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Devontae Parker is the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
He was defended by Julian Blackman.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st down, Dolphins.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. The screen pass here to Cohen. Away there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. To a hit, and the ball is out. And the Seahawks have recovered.
The quarterback sack.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play in football.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll set up a throw. And they're going to get it to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are running away with this one.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
And the Dolphins are going to recover. Now, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Miami.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Tua. Underneath pass here to Van Ness. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
A 7-yard pickup.
And this is incomplete, but a flag back at the line of scrimmage. And this could be a first down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
On the right side open is Gesicki. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
At the 5-yard
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. A.J. Epinesa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon.
Now this carries into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why did...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 71 yards.
Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all, haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
A good rally to the football keeps them to only a yard, and it's second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.